Meantime, Superstorm Sandy bears down on northeast Ohio. We're looking at live pictures from the East 55th Street Marina. The huge waves have 2 lanes of I-90 westbound closed at East 55th Street. All the eastbound lanes are open.
And here's just one example of what we found overnight. This pine tree fell against a home on Leela Avenue in Cleveland. We have dozens of reports of trees and branches down all over the region.
The strong winds also snapped power lines. We captured this live wire burning in Akron overnight. Hundreds of thousands of customers are without electric power right now across our viewing area. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb.
And I'm Lee Jordan. And today we have live team coverage of the storm damage. Shay Harris is in Independence, Bob Jones in Akron, and Paul Kiska in Rocky River. We'll hear from all of them in just a few minutes. Right now, let's go to Jason Nicholas and Trent McGill for a first look at the weather. And guys, the wind's pulling back just a little bit.
Right. I would safe to say the worst, Trent, is behind us weather-wise. Now we can still have definitely some damage from gusty winds and some downed trees that are soaking in that rain, and also some flooding, but I think the worst is behind us.
I do believe the overnight last night, the 67-mile-per-hour wind gust was the strongest, and we won't get back into the 60s. That's the good news. They will be relaxing a bit, but the size of this is just huge, Jason. Talk about that. It's massive.
Yeah, it's big. Right now the storm is centered about 100 miles or so away from Pittsburgh, so it's and that's east of Pittsburgh, so heading towards us still slowly. It'll slow down, but we're still seeing the effects of it. It will continue to weaken. Maximum winds with the storm now are at 45 miles per hour. Let's take a look at some rain showers. We'll continue to see these bands of light to at times moderate rain showers. Wherever you see the yellows, that's where the heavier bands of rain are. Northeastern Cuyahoga County from Ashtabula down to Burton. Also, as you move from Akron through Warren and Medina, also just north of Granger there, just east of Interstate 71. And we had some snow in Mansfield. Now it is all turning to rain as we have warmed things up just a bit. Still some heavy pockets of rain near Ashland, too. Temperatures in Mansfield now near 40, so we've warmed that up. Obviously, flooding a concern. Tell us more, Trent.
We've had a whole lot of rain, upwards of around 3 to maybe even 4 inches of rain up until now, and we're likely to get about another inch or so. So flood watches in effect for all the green areas, and those darker green, those are flood warnings. Some of the major rivers, the Black, the Cuyahoga, the Chagrin River, those are all very high. So we got an update coming up in just a little bit. We'll talk about those rivers at their peak levels. We have to watch those for the low-lying valleys, things like that. But it's also on top of the rain, we have to talk about this wind as well. No more wind warnings. Those have since been downgraded to a wind advisory, but we can still get wind gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. Now, coming up in a little bit, we'll talk about that. We'll track those out hour by hour and let you know what you can expect wind-wise through the rest of your Tuesday. Back to the desk.